Sir,
Yeah, Minu.
I just had one observation on Rupesh's question where he was asking about fact and truth.
Yes.
So can you, sir, show that Venn diagram, the first Venn diagram? So, sir, here we can see that the red circle is the facts,
Yes.
the whole of the red circle, and
Yes.
the confirmed, so the unmodified physical facts are the confirmed truth.
Confirmed
That is
truth.
what, when you were explaining that
That is the proposal.
all
Yes.
facts are always truth. So that is the unmodified physical facts are always the truth.
Yes. Even
And
modified physical facts are
modified
also
physical
truth.
facts are also truth.
Truth.
Yes.
Yes.
So just the distinction between the two, sir.
Yes.
Uh, the difference between the unmodified and the modified
Yes.
is that there is some element of intention in the modified one, right?
Yes. Yes. So this aspect is completely tendency driven. The
Yes.
unmodified physical facts. And this is intention driven, where we have modified this tendency driven facts. So it is
Yes.
not
So
a pure truth, you can say. There is a mixture of ideas in it, and we are not clear that ideas are truth or not.
yes, sir. So what I meant to just bring some light on is that it depends on which idea has been added to that fact, to the creation of that fact. If that idea is uh,
Rational, then it is a closer
yes,
to the truth.
yes, and it is closer to
Very beautiful.
bringing.
Beautiful. Yes. Beautiful explanation.
Yeah, and also one more thing, sir. The thing is, the idea, the more the amount of idea that is added, the lesser the chances of it being um,
Truth.
truth.
Yes. Yes.
So it brings more irrationality if there is more element of idea,
Yeah,
and if
and on that, I would like to, sorry to interrupt you, but
yes,
in
yes, sir,
this
say
modification process also, there are
yeah,
three layers of mechanical, chemical, and neural. You
yes,
know,
sir,
so if we take the example of a mango naturally grown, and we are just bringing it and tearing and eating, tearing with hand.
yes,
Now, tearing with hand versus cutting with knife. Cutting with
yes,
knife
sir,
is an idea that we are bringing with the knife and cutting it properly, comparing to the tearing it. So here it is a mechanical modification that we are bringing
yes, sir,
versus mixing a chemical and making it a mango jam. That's a chemical change that we are bringing. So as it goes far from the mechanical vis-a-vis the physical, then the irrationality creeps in.
yes, sir. That is just I wanted to say, sir.
Yeah,
Thank you.
thank you. Is there any observation which is not allowing you to concentrate? Anybody? Or we can proceed?
Sir, I wanted to ask about this mental transformation which you mentioned in terms of seeing where the divergence happened between, say, my truth and the other person's truth, or rather the interpretation of the truth. What if mine is just a guesswork and I'm not able to conclusively say that this and this led the other person? So, how do I go about mentally transporting in a sense that it is not just mere guesswork?
Yes. So first step is to identify this aspect that nobody is good or bad by birth. Whatever happens after that with the experience of that individual at the level of physical, physiological, and psychological vis-a-vis the truth is being sensed in a certain way to, so the way of sensing the truth you are guessing perhaps, but there has been a different way of sensation that has occurred to the individual, and that has brought the perception that raping is okay. So your guesswork could be there, but this realization or this identification that there was a different way of sensing the truth, which has brought this perception to this individual. This is the framework, and this is equivalent to the truth, kind of. We can go for bettering this idea, but for now we understand that this framework is definitely is a happening. Are you able to translate?
Yeah, got it.
What? So guesswork is not the aspect, the framework. Yes, Meenu.
So I wanted
We
to
are
say
shooting
something
the
on.
time maybe. So yeah, go ahead.
Okay, maybe we can continue later. If everyone is okay, I can continue. I don't know.
Yeah. So can we take
I'll
a
just keep
raise
it
hand?
short, sir.
Okay.
Just 1 minute. Oh,
Let's
yeah.
take a raise
Okay.
hand. Let's take a raise
Yes, sir.
hand. How many people are ready to go ahead for another 15 minutes? Just put the raise hand. I can count and take a poll. I get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. One more raise hand. We'll go for another 15 minutes.
So you also have a choice.
Yeah, that's what I've counted myself. So out of 19,
Okay.
yes. And Meenu, what do you want?
I've already raised my
Yes.
hand. I don't know if it's showing there.
No, it's not. It's not anyway. Yeah, it's showing. Yeah. So let's go ahead. Let's go ahead. So you want to explain this for me, Meenu?
You're telling me,
This.
sir?
Yes.
So
Can
I
you
just
can
had
you?
one observation for the earlier thing that we were discussing for the moment.
Hmm.
Um, when we were talking about understanding awareness and observation, that without justification aspect.
Hmm.
So when you were explaining about justification, I would just like to add one more thing, that justification is probably about agreeing or disagreeing with someone
Hmm.
or something, whatever the idea or the issue is.
Yes.
So that agreement or disagreement doesn't have to necessarily be there
For the awareness.
for the awareness.
Yes.
So
That is what
that's
is the
just
justification.
one
Yes, yes.
addition that
So
I wanted to.
justification, Meenu explained that what is justification? Justification is either agreeing or disagreeing of the act. But being aware of the act and the cause behind is awareness. That not necessarily that we have to agree with it or disagree. Yes, absolutely. So this is the root of the formation of the mind. Now here I'll take the questions from Renu also in the WhatsApp group on the generation of the formation of the mind in the next session, in the afternoon session. So here what we are talking about, post-conception formation of mind. Pre-conception memory and all those aspects we'll discuss post-lunch. So let's understand what is the formation. So those five information: light, sound, smell, taste, touch. These five information, be it modified or unmodified, that enters eyes, ears, nose, tongue, and the skin. And after entering, that creates a body sensation. Step by step, it happens. It happens within fraction of a second, perhaps, but it happens for sure. So when that sensation happens, we perceive and identify that sensation. Identification always happens, good or bad. This perception always happens in that format, because this is physically whether we are going to continue with that information or not. So that perception brings three things we need to understand. That perception brings three things. What are those things? Awareness, memory of that sensation, and by default we project it for the future. So for example, you get burned in fire. So this will definitely bring an awareness within you that fire is hotter than normal. Fire is good or bad, that's not the awareness. But it is hotter for sure. And hotter is not likable. I'll not accept it in future. That default program is there within us. Right. Suppose in that particular incident, there is an impurity of idea. Somebody is burning you. If that impurity of the idea is there in that incident and your sensation, then that might bring a kind of scary thoughts that fire can come and burn me. If we don't analyze the origin. There, if we are analyzing the origin, the fire, which is driven by an idea, and we are bifurcating fire, then there will not be any phobia towards fire, but awareness of the idea that somebody has burned me. It is not the fire which has burned me. Fire doesn't have any neural capability and it doesn't come, run and burn me. Right. So that will bring a projection of the future. Next time with the sight of the fire, I'll be aware that I have to avoid fire for sure. So that is what is the awareness. But if I am suffering from a phobia, with the thought of the fire, I start shivering, then that's an irrational projection of the memory, which was not analyzed properly. So these three things, awareness, memory, and projection, actually forms the mind. This accumulation of the awareness, memory, and projection is nothing but the mind. This is the general flow of the formation of mind. Right. So that mind is nothing but accumulation of awareness, imagination, and assumption of the future. Imagination is related to the past and assumption is related to the future. Right. So skip this. Yeah. So let's talk about the rational mind. Now, rational mind is when these five entries are unmodified fact. That time it enters, it brings a sensation and awareness based regulated perception. This is very important because we are equipped with one primary capability of regulation. That regulation is executed the best when it is an unmodified physical entry of the information. If it is an unmodified physical entry of the information, then regulation is on its own. So satiation, we call it satiation. When you are eating naturally grown mango with your hunger mindfully, then when to stop, nobody has to plan. You will stop by yourself. So that awareness is already programmed physically, structurally within us. So that is what is the perception being accumulated very firmly and forming a responsive memory and awareness. That is what is the response, the natural, spontaneous response. And that forms the rational and aware mind. This is the rational mind formation. Now let's take the example of irrational formation of mind. The same information that is coming in, suppose those are crafted humanly with intention, and this intentionally crafted thing always will be having an objective or a purpose to stimulate your pleasure or pain. Stimulating the perception is the objective of the crafted reality. unless it will not make any sense of that creation or the business that we have started considering. So when that enters, what does it mean? It will indulge your senses. It will indulge your senses and you will enjoy or suffer from that body sensation. You will identify that I am suffering or I am enjoying. Now that perception will be elongated perception. We were talking about that irrational things will come, but as fast as it goes away, I become rational faster. So if it is an irrational entry itself, unless it is modified for its entry, it will continue to lure us or create the suffering for us. So elongation will engage our energy further, and that will innervate, and all those story of toxin formation will start once again. So it forms a memory and projection, and that mind, now here up to here, it sounds like a same story. Then my mind is formatting, right? Up to here rather. Now the story starts after this. With your imagination and assumption, if it comes to your mind and directly hit the body sensation, ignoring the real entry. Here there was real entry. Here there is no real entry. It is just directly bypassing the real entry. It is creating a body sensation. And the moment it is creating a body sensation, same elongation will happen. Just correlate with the idea or understanding of masturbation here. It's a clear-cut understanding. That mind from your imagination and assumption, the mind is creating a body sensation and we start enjoying that. And that enjoying, identifying of that body sensation as enjoyment will form that memory of that enjoyment. And it will form and strengthen that portion of the mind which has the perception of this elongated enjoyment. And this will become a loop. And looping means it will be actually engaging more and more your vitality or the energy. That is why this is irrational. Because ultimately, from your imagination and assumption, the mind actually starts body sensation. And from that body sensation, you start identifying firmly for a longer period as pleasure or pain, and then create memory and project its projection, and that further forms the mind. And this mind again brings imagination and assumption, and further it's actually looping. This loop is the problem, and there is no end of it. That is why this is irrational. So we have to hit that entry point. So with this, I'll end this particular explanation. We'll take one or two questions. After that, we'll resume in the afternoon at 3. Many people has not shared any kind of observation so far. I encourage in the afternoon we'll be more vocal. Yeah, so lower previous hands. Now anybody who is interested to share anything?
Kalyanji, can I ask a question?
Yes, Asha.
So, in many of the meditations, we do this action where we think of a happy memory to produce a sensation of happiness in the mind, in the body, right? And then we proceed, in the meditation to visualize and all that. So, is that irrational? Because there is,
Yes.
we are using an imagination to.
Yes. So irrational here, what we are trying to understand, irrational is not an opinion of good or bad. Try and understand. Irrational if the entry point is imagination or assumption here. if the entry point is this one, then it is irrational and it has all the potentiality of forming a loop. Does that clear?
So, does that mean that irrespective of reality, for example, we imagine or think only about happy memories to keep ourselves happy is also an irrational act, right? It is a
Yes.
suppression.
Yes. Does that bring any clarity to share?
Sir, can I ask one last question?
Isha, yes.
Um, Sir, related to this last question itself.
Oh, Renu asked that. That's what the voice was something. Isha, I'm so sorry. Renu, let Renu ask the question.
Okay.
Then Isha.
Mind from law, the concluding of the rational and the irrational mind are in two. When it is a rational mind, we concluded that we are forming a responsive memory. When it is an irrational mind, we are concluding that there is a formation of memory and projection. Now, my question is, in responsive memory, when we are forming in the rational mind, that will not include formation of memory and projection. Is it right or wrong?
No, it will also form a memory and its projection, but it will be very subtler formation, very less formation, because of the
Okay.
awareness also.
So continue.
Yeah, so awareness also has a memory. So I gave that example of that fire. When you get burned, it will definitely form an awareness of the fire. Now you know, cognitively you have grown. This information was not there within you, that fire is hotter than the normal and our skin is not liking that particular hotness. This
So this
awareness,
gives me
this piece of awareness, yes.
So this I'm getting a conclusion that memory and projection are subtler, but in irrational mind, memory and projection are high and awareness is very subtle. Have I got it correct?
Yes, yes.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, Isha. With Isha's question, we'll break for the lunch. Yeah.
Sir, I wanted to clarify one more thing. As you said, imagination is always related to past and assumption is always related to future, right?
Yeah, that's what the terms being used here. You may choose to use some other term, but imagination here it is used to depict the memory of the past, and assumption is the projection of the future.
Okay, so you meant to say that if those 5 physical aspects are missing and say my any imagination and assumption is directly hitting to a body sensation, right? And then this whole vicious loop starts and never gets end.
Yes.
And the moment during this vicious circle or loop, the moment that awareness element comes in and I'm out of that loop. So that is what the clarity of rational, irrational of all these concepts, what we are talking since morning.
So this loop,
Hmm.
if we can break this loop, then the awareness will come, and that loop can be broken by the questioning at the entry here. Let me use some other color. Yeah.
Okay.
In this entry, if you are questioning at the first level, this identification, because denial will not bring any change. First, this identification that this particular body sensation which I am suffering or enjoying is coming from a non-physical entry. Non-physical origin is the origin of this particular body sensation, and since I am sensing it at the body, I am trying to conclude that this is the truth, which may not be the truth. Right?
Right.
So if you start with this identification, then the strength of the imagination will be loosened slowly and gradually.
Correct. And hence we will start conserving our energy, and that innovation will be very far off from our
Yes.
life.
Yes, yes.
That's all.
And that will enhance the elimination, and the
Ele-
accumulated toxins will
Toxemia will be, yes, yes. That's
reduce.
how those concepts comes in,
Yes.
right? Starting from the way we think, the way we are
Yes.
understanding, the way we are
Yes.
behaving.
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
great, great, sir.
Yes. Yes.
Got it, sir. Thank you so very
Right.
much.
So with this, we'll conclude this morning session. I think we have overshot the time. I'm so sorry for that, but I think that was the need of the hour, and everybody was quite okay with that. So with the 2 minutes of silence, we'll conclude the session today.